is everybody? Not too bad, not too bad. Snickers, how are you? How are you? I heard you reinstalled Friday the 13th, hey? I'm happy you installed it. Snickers, mwah, thank you for that host. Good morning, Ghetto. Good morning, Turn. Good morning, Regal. Hello, it's Crazy. How you doing, Funny Panda? How was your weekend? Good morning, Jules. How was everybody's weekend? Did we have a good weekend? I think we're going to do today in black and white, I think. Ghetto and Moon Smurf. Mwah, mwah. Thank you for the host, guys. Thank you for the host. We're going to hope everything works today without a hitch. Hopefully. How was your weekend? Hey, Death Abilities. How are you? It was okay? Yeah, another 15 well spent. Disc is missing. So you're still missing your disc, hey? Yeah, get your Firebot and Mix Play out now, because once the web show starts, you won't see any of it. Klepto, go. Thank you for the host. Porky, thank you for the host. How you doing, Lagather? Delta, good morning. There's Kitty Hype and Chico Hype. He's running around.
Wait, Jason. I didn't think you could talk.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Ghetto, for the 1,000,000 sparks. Holy shitballs. Good morning, Enyo. Good morning. We're all doing fine. Brayden is waiting. Hi, Brayden. I can't wave because I'm a llama, but I would wave.
And all their friends.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me. Did we just hit a goal? What did we just hit? What? We just hit 30 million? Ghetto, thank you for those sparks. Holy shitballs. Let's get that 30 million hype, guys. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Shitballs. I honestly didn't think I was going to hit it so quick. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you. We've got 2 songs going off at the same time, and I apologize for that. I think we're going to change the soundboard a bit to start after. How are we? How is everybody? You hear one? Okay, well, I'm glad you just hear one. There was 2 because my milestone went off. Bumpiest. Mwah. Good morning. Good morning. I have been messing with my audio sounds. So that's what I have been doing recently, is messing with some audio sounds, trying to get things a little bit clearer. Gotcha, bitch. We're going to want to get all of our... I don't want that. That was kind of weird. There we go. We're going to do black and white today. Miss Mayhem. Thank you for the host. Yeah, I'm in need of coffee. I'm in so need of coffee. Did not have a great sleep, and I did not want to wake up this morning. I so didn't want to be up at 7:30. I get up at 7:30 to do the horror web show. That's how early I get up on a Sunday. Because I have to set up. Having a web show is completely different than just playing a video game and seeing you guys in the morning. So I'm usually up. Raw flavored coffee or regular. This is dark roast. Dark roast, and this one is from, it's Kick-Ass from Kicking Horse. I don't know if you guys get Kicking Horse there in the US, but this is Kicking Horse coffee Kick-Ass, which is the highest caffeinated coffee they have, and it's dark roast. I love glasses. You are right, glasses. Thank you. You need coffee, bad migraine? Oh, get that coffee on. I need that coffee this morning. Thank you for the reminder. What are we buying here at the store? We've got stretches for everyone. Sweet. We've got Miss Mayhem. Mwah, thank you for that, host. I wanted to make sure I do that. Watched a film last night called Best of the Best and didn't realize that 3 of them have Kane Hodder in them. Yeah, Tobin Bell. Tobin Bell, I've got some news for you today when we do This Week in Horror. I'm starting a new thing with the Horror Web Show where we do This Week in Horror, and I give you guys updated information on everything I researched that happened this week in horror. So hopefully it'll go off without a hitch. Commander Cabal, mwah, thank you for the host. Yes, this is my coffee. Oh, well, I gotta wait till I'm no longer a tree, and I'll show you what coffee I have. My cup today. My cup today is from Cranky Canuck. He was like the king of web shows. And this is one of the main reasons why I do my horror show on Sunday. That was one of Cranky's cups. Bruno, good morning. Good morning. Oh, how was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a great weekend? I wasn't around Saturday. I was on the back of a motorcycle. And I went out to a place called Drumheller and had lunch at the Last Chance Saloon, I believe it's called. It was a great weekend. Yeah, Metalhead, you had a good one? Good. It is a great mug. This is, I believe, you can still get these from the merch room store for Cranky. Now, Cranky passed away in October. How you doing, Pampered? Oh, I'm good. I'm sleepy, but I'm good. There's a heist, guys. You may want to get those brains. Yeah, went to Knott's Berry Farm. Nice, Bruno. Nice. How was that? Hold on. Let me restore that. Catbot got you, Miss Moon Smurf. Catbot got you. Good morning, Ra. I love you and your stream, but some of the people from the Horde that I played Friday with, they were not good teammates. Oh my goodness. Who? Diabolical. You know what? If you want to DM me or whisper it to me, let me know. What happened? What was going on? I don't like that. You have a cup with a bowling pins on it that says bitch, bitch, bitch. Nice. Nice, Bumpiest. GG's. GG's. That's awesome. We've got stretches going on. Good morning, Kay. How are you? Cobra. Mwah. Good morning. Go Klepto. How are you? Did you get your caffeine in today? Nice, Death Abilities. 500 brains. Go Klepto. Mwah. Thank you for that, host. Cranky was the king of chat shows. He was. Learned my trade looking for content for Cranky, and now Reaper 1923 does help me obtain content for the Horror Web Show. His cup is really awesome. He is the main reason why I do a Sunday web show. It was fun summer nights event, live band, and rides. Oh, nice. Rides of Metalhead. Mwah. Thank you for that, host. Chain. Mwah. Thank you for that, host. Definitely a lucky spin. You're all good and caffeinated. Sweet. Enjoy caffeine while it's still legal. Do you know something I don't know? I will smuggle that shit in. I need caffeine. I'd need that. There's no way. Totally get the sleepiness. I feel like death warmed over. I think I drank a little too much last night with my roommate. He just broke up with his boyfriend and I have no idea how to act around him. Oh, Pampered, that sucks. Alright, Diabolical, I appreciate that. I definitely always want to hear. Definitely. I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time. Let's do a pixel give before we start the web show. This pixel give is for 25,000 limbs. You guys may want to jump on in this. The end of the month is coming soon. Like, seriously, coming soon. I think we have, 2 weeks left of July? 2 weeks left of July? Crazy. How you doing, Kay? How's Maddie? How are you guys doing? Oh, I needed that. Just woke up. Nice. Nice. I want to sleep in myself. Good morning, SSJ. How are you? If you don't mind me saying, this web show is totally metal. Metalhead, we do a lot. We listen to a lot of heavy metal in this stream. Most of the clips and sounds in my stream are based off of mainly In This Moment, which is one of my favorite bands. So we listen to a lot of heavy metal here. Usually we have music going, but on my web show days we don't, which is on Sunday. GG's, Bruno. GG's. Yeah, we listen to an array of music, but the majority of the music we listen to is metal. Nice. Good job, guys. Good job. 25,000 lambs? Yeah. I think we're ready to get this party started. Get your Firebot and your stuff out now, because you guys won't see any of this. That's me in roller derby. I hit the jammer and took her off her skates. We're not going to see any of the overlays that we usually do during my game streams on the web show. So you guys may want to get that out now, because once the web show starts, there's going to be no overlay of Michael, no videos, no nothing once we get going. So I want you guys to get it out of your system now. There you go. Today's topic is zombies. So not only are we going to chat about zombies, and I'm going to give you my top picks of zombie movies that are a must-see, we're also going to check out zombie cosplay, we're going to check out some zombie artwork, and we're going to discuss the movie Reanimator. As we discuss the movie Reanimator, I'm going to give you facts about that movie. It's one of my top favorite horror movies of all time, zombie horror movies of all time, I should say, and it's how I obtained this name. Okay, everyone, unless you think we can get 40 million, exactly. If you think we can get 40 million before Tuesday, go for it. But if you think we can't, hold on to them, and we'll help someone else out in need. I am all for helping others, so say we save them, we save them. So if you don't mind saving your sparks, I'd greatly appreciate it. You can either save them for when reset happens, or you can help me spark bomb other partners to help them hit their milestones. Especially if you guys know anybody out there that is a partner that needs to hit a milestone. I really want to go for partners who are trying to hit that 5 and that 10 and that 20 mil mark, like those lower ones. I know many partners hitting those 30, 40, 50 and higher mils. I really want to help those that don't quite get enough to hit those 5, 10, and 20 mil marks. If you guys don't mind. I know a bunch of us do this already. And on Tuesdays, since I'm not on before reset, on Tuesdays, Psycho Plays does Milestone Madness. Milestone Madness on Tuesdays, an hour before reset. We can also go and help Psycho out as well at that time. There's a song playing, Echo, so you're probably not going to hear your SFX sound. When there are songs playing, your SFX sounds get drowned out. Yep. Pampered bar some jumping jacks. I will do jumping jacks on Monday, guys, or at the very end of the stream. I don't really want to be doing the jumping jacks and stretches during my web show, since we only have like 2.5 hours to jam pack all this information that I got. So what time is it? It's 9:42. After this song is done, we're going to jump over onto the web show, and we're going to get going. I've got a lot of information. You hear Billy every time someone purchases something from the Roz Little Shop of Horrors, which is down below on the soundboard. Down below on the soundboard, there is a button. GG, Funnier Panda, on those brains. GG's. Down there's a button that says Roz Little Shop of Horrors. That button there is where you can purchase things from the store with your brains. Not sparks, brains. And when you do, a sound will go off. And it's Billy from Jigsaw. It's the puppet. It's the puppet's laugh. Nice. GG's, Kay. Did Echo? GG's for stealing brains. Kay just stole some more brains. Lagatha's buying brains. GG's, guys. GG's. Pickpocketing, bitch. I still love your face. Still love your face. Hi, Clan Pipe. How are you? We added a new command as well. For those of you interested in Microsoft Rewards, there is a new command. If you want to check out the commands, !CMD will whisper you commands. If you are a sub, !sub CMD, and that will whisper you commands that you can use, only subs can use. Good morning, Hawk. How are you doing? Lots of face love up in here. Hell yeah, Delta. Snickers, how is things going, honey? I think I was one of the people who didn't help in Friday the other day. Oh, you mean with Diabolical? That's why I kept cosplay to a min amount of content you already have. Yeah, Reaper, it actually clashes and goes nice together. 2.5 hours is just not enough. I do a lot of research, and it's just, I get so much good information. And like last week, I didn't have enough time to give all the information I had last Sunday's web show. You're okay, Chippin'? Okay. Snickers, slap Snickers. Do you like slapping yourself, Snickers? You may want to target somebody. Exclamation point, slap. And for those that want to know Microsoft rewards, we were talking about that on Friday. Some of you did not realize that Microsoft has rewards that you can do and obtain those points to buy subs, Embers, Mixer Pro, and other things on Mixer with your Microsoft rewards. It's exclamation points WC. WC will give you information about that. They got rid of 12 months of gold. Well, yeah, because of the Ultimate Game Pass now, right? They want everyone to just get the Ultimate Game Pass. Oh, oopsies, we just cleared. Oopsies. Explanation point MS. I don't know why I said that. Explanation point MS. Group. Individual. Reanimate. That's my fault. Reanimate her. That should work now. The stream title didn't change? I guess I can't use the bot anymore. I used Mix It Up bot to change my stream title, saved it, updated channel, and it deleted my title. Alright. Oops is right. It deleted my whole thing, like my power of coffee. I don't understand that either. Good morning, Metro. Good morning. My morning is off to a great start. Bot's deleting shit already. Oh, is it all going off now? I'm sorry if I ruined some people's games on Friday the other day. What are you talking about, Bumpiest? You mean on Friday playing with me? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. You didn't do bad on Friday. Mind you, I didn't play any games with you guys on Sunday. Turn and Shortwave, congratulations again. I'm so happy that your ceremony went well. Shortwave and Turn were married this weekend, guys. They were married this weekend. How you doing, Metro? We're going to start our web show. And this is going to be our first set of zombie cosplay. What day is what? Their wedding was Saturday. They got married on Saturday. Yeah. Isn't that pretty awesome? This zombie cosplay is thanks to Reaper 1923. Reaper 1923 collected the cosplay, the zombie artwork that we're going to see, and the Reanimator artwork that we are going to see, along with some other zombie information about what zombies are. Can we ever have zombies? Good morning, Sprain. How are you? You've been in your room too much? You're not enjoying the outside? Pampered. Mwah, thank you for those hosts. Thank you, guys. Don't tempt them. You missed church? Oh, any particular reason why? You just... Outside is fucking gross? Oh, outside is actually nice here, finally. It's been rainy and gray here. We haven't had much to do. Ah, awesome, Whispers, awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys have some disgusting weather in Texas, Kay. Like, you guys have some gross ass weather. The chat on stream where it says the horde is not working. Let's refresh that. Is it working now? No, it's not. We're gonna have to see if we can get it working. I know Pixel was having some issues. Oh, there we go. I know Pixel was having some issues over the weekend with the server. That I do know. So hopefully that there works for you guys. There we go. No, mine has been doing it as well. Yeah, Pixel has been having issues. I know he posted the other day in Discord that he was trying to update the server again. So Pixel has been acting a little weird. But I also hate outside because there's people out there and I hate people. I hear ya. I hear ya. Snow White. Yes, Snow White as a zombie. Ghetto Wolverine is the number one spot. Number one spot. That's funny. That second time Ghetto Wolverine will win this month if he stays in first. If you guys want to check out your limbs, exclamation point limbs. I know some of you have been spending your limbs for brains, which take you out of the running. In Tucson, stupid people are, there's a lot of people, stupid people everywhere. Right? This is a good cosplay. I mean, would you really run from that if it was coming at you? Maybe. Maybe not. Weed killer's got 2 limbs. I have social anxiety, so people are a no-go for me. I hear you, Kay. I don't like people. I'm the same way. I do like to go outside. I sit on my back deck. I sit on my front deck. I go out on the motorcycle. So I do have that fun time. She looks more like a demonic zombie. She really does. Hello, Fishburne. Nope, I'd be dead. I agree. Good morning, Sea Queen Siren. How are you? How are you today? I do love you guys. I do. This is why I wake up at 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday. I do. I wake up at 7:30 on a Sunday morning. I get everything ready. I work all week long compiling all of my stuff. So for the web show, between Reaper and I, we collect hours of information. And we wake up super early. Well, I wake up super early. Evening, Scorpio. How are you doing? I know, right? Going outside. Exactly. Here's a zombie nurse for you. Kind of sexy. You know? On Apex this morning, right on? How's Apex treating you, bud? Yeah, Sea Queen, this is zombie cosplay. Reaper 1923 collects cosplay from around the internet, some of the best cosplay around the internet, and for my horror show, he actually collects horror artwork and horror stuff for the show, and he grabbed this awesome collection, and he also grabbed the artwork for the zombies that we have coming up, actual artwork. This is cosplay, and then we have artwork for Reanimator, the movie. If you guys haven't seen the movie Reanimator with Jeffrey Combs, you are missing out. It's one of my favorite zombie movies, and it's on my list of top zombie movies to watch, which we'll go through. You're not overly late, Squirtle. We just started going through the cosplay. The only way you can time yourself out is just not type for 1 minute. Turn, thank you for those sparks, guys. Thank you. I do appreciate it. We actually can't be timed out, but you can stop talking for 1 minute. So if somebody wants to time out mods, they can definitely do so. On my web show, timeouts will not happen for me. So if you want to time me out, I suggest holding it till Monday. It's just technically, exactly, Metro. Technically, you can time them out. I know you do it. I just rather have them just not type for 1 minute. And then people time me out. I just don't talk for 1 minute, but I don't like to do that during my web show. It's 108 here yesterday. That's disgusting. You can do it through MIU, is that right, Metro? But you can't mute on Mixer. The NHS has really gone to shit in the UK. Look at the state of the staff. Oh, you can on Mixer? Okay, because anytime I've ever tried to time out Mr. Pink for shits and giggles, it never worked. I like the creepy pictures. I like them too. This is a decent cosplay. I enjoy this type of cosplay. It's scary driving in Tucson. People drive the same in the rain. Oof. As it do when it's dry. That's not good. Yep. Hold on, I gotta make sure I don't do 1 minute. Invalid duration. All right, let's try to do that again. Metro, timeout. 1 minute. It deletes your stuff. Turn. Thank you for that, host. How's it do about talk for me now? Yes, Scroto, we are talking zombies today. Huh. They must have changed it because before you could never time out a mod. Sneaky Tiger, thank you for the host. Kay, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. So today's Coffee Chat of Horrors is the zombie edition. We are going to check out some of the best zombie cosplay that the internet has to offer, artwork and reanimator artwork, all done by Reaper 1923. Pretty cool artwork there, hey? That's Sneaky's SFX sound. Sneaky's SFX sound is a bunch of screams. It does definitely look like it. Wait, what I've been timed out for? Wait, what I've been timed out as a mod? We were saying if it can actually work, the timeout for modding. Like, timeout a mod. Beforehand, when Mr. Pink was a mod of mine, we used to mess around before I even ever had the timeout as a thing to buy, that we couldn't time out Mr. Pink because he was a mod. But Metro is saying you can. We have a Reaper command, exclamation point Reaper, and that'll give you Reapers. We're talking about all types of zombies. Regal, my darling, thank you for the host. Reaper has his own command here. So if you guys want to check out Reaper, it will be on a cooldown, guys, so it doesn't get spammed, because that happens. So we do have things on timed. I've been timed out as a mod in the stream I mod in, yeah. But only the streamer can oh, okay, so you guys can't time out each other. For some reason, I could not time out Mr. Pink. But again, this was before I even had the soundboard or Rod's Little Shop of Horrors. We're going back. We're going back. Way back. This nurse is pretty friggin' awesome. The artwork on her, the way she did her makeup is great. How you doing, Hench? How is your weekend treating you? Happy Sunday. Regal, I hope all is well. So mods can't time out mods, but I can time out mods. Gotcha. Cheers. Fielders. Thank you for the host, Fielders. I gotta close my door again because Heavy is listening to something. It's gonna... Heavy likes his YouTube. Speaking of Regal, Ross, she filled out the vest last night. What? Alexis, how are you? Good morning, darling. Who can someone be a mod? The guys in green are my mods. Sometimes cats are officially weird. No, my cats are just ninja assholes. They're not weird. They're just ninja assholes. Lurk away, Godfather. I hope you're having a great weekend. And then our last cosplay for the morning is another zombie nurse. I wish her face was more zombified, because her body looks like it's zombied, but her face doesn't. So it's nice cosplay, but the face should actually match the rest of the body and outfit. I know she can zombify you anytime, right, Metro? I would prefer it more zombied. She's a pretty girl, but I would like it to match the outfit, right? Devil Dog, good morning. Mwah, thank you for that host. Her face looks fine. Her face should... Exactly, Sneaky. Her face should match her body, is what I'm saying. If you're going to be a sexy zombie nurse, your face should kind of match. But that's just me. This is also one of my favorite images that I'm going to have to show you on a different screen here. Good morning, Gamer Sass. Good morning. Oops, wrong one. This is what I wanted to show you guys this morning. This one I think is super cool. It's just too big to go into my zombie cosplay because the zombie cosplay is a different size. As well as all of the zombie cosplay will be in the Discord under the Reaper channel. Under the Reaper channel that we have, you will see all of the fun zombie stuff that Reaper 1923 has collected. You like this one? I love this one. I needed to show it on a bigger thing because I did. I like this one a lot. How you doing, Gamer Sass? Good morning, darling. I hope you had a great weekend. What is going on with my webcam here? Sometimes my webcam doesn't want to work correctly. Strange. Nice. Oh, nice. So Delta is timing out Funnier Panda for 1 minute. GG's, guys. Couple goals. For sure, man. For sure. Look at that. That's awesome. To me, that's awesome. Let's see. We're going to get into our artwork. Get this down. We're going to get this down. And get Reanimator in there. There we go. There we go. Has anybody seen Midsummer or looking to go see Midsummer? Midsummer is a horror movie by Ari Aster. I don't know if any of you are planning on seeing it. Did I turn into a tree? Nice. 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 All right, so you guys know that one of my favorite zombie movies of all time is Reanimator. What doesn't work? I don't know what doesn't work, Funny Panda. You got to have more context too. It doesn't work. You would do that, wouldn't you? Yeah, you're not going to see any overlay stuff here, guys. So I would hold on to your sparks. Oh, other way around, Rob. Funnier timed out Delta. Oh, well, Funnier, you can't physically time out Delta. The mods have to time him out. You don't have that ability. Welcome back, Delta. Welcome back. Yeah, no, you don't have the ability. Only mods can time somebody out. Good morning, Mischief. How are you? Jason grabbed me. The 3 other people I was with did nothing to help at all. They all hid in the house like cowards. I said, don't hit. Oh, Some of them are. So if you haven't seen this zombie movie, yeah, you did. You got a message you were being timed out. Funnier timed you out. You want to see all the scary movies. Sea Queen, you need to check out this movie right here, Reanimator. It's one of my favorite movies. Our cinema's roof caved in from the earthquake, so new movies for here for a while. Wow. Oh, your controller light. Yeah, see, you have to add context to your sentence. Because earlier I had no idea what you were talking about. Where is my... Why are you being such a bad kitten? Crawl is actually out this week. Crawl is out. Midsummer is out. Let's see. There's a few things that are out there. We'll actually go into a couple of them. All right, so this is the movie Reanimator. The lead is Dr. Herbert West, and he is played by Jeffrey Combs. Have you got? It definitely does, Scroto. It definitely does. Now, Reanimator is loosely based off of H.P. Lovecraft's Herbert West. It's loosely. It is not a complete writing of H.P. Lovecraft's, but it is a loose adaptation of his story. Now, Stuart Gordon and Dennis Paoli originally intended to be faithful to H.P.'s creation and his story, but the film ultimately has a little in common with the story, which was intended to be a parody of the movie or the story Frankenstein, which we all know that Frankenstein is not the monster, it's the doctor who created the monster, right? I haven't seen it yet, Snickers, but I heard good things about it. I've heard good things about it. I don't know, I haven't seen it myself. I don't really go into the movies too much. One, it's filled with germy people, so I really don't go out into it too much. We never would have known Reanimator's favorite movie was Reanimator. I created Two Little Monsters once, yeah. So did I. Plus, my two little monsters have created their own. Well, my one little monster created her own two little monsters. So who's seen this movie? Because I'm going to go into one of the dead people that were reanimated in the movie, which is the first man reanimated, not the kitty cat, because in the movie, okay. So this is going to be a spoiler. I binged watched The Son of Anarchy. Nice, Diabolical, nice. Did you name one of them Clover? So, do you guys remember the guy, the first man, the naked guy that was on the morgue table that they reanimated, the first one? I gotta let my cat out. Give me a second. She's being a pain in my ass. Get out. Sassy Sweet. Sassy Sweet. Mwah. Thank you for that host. My cat's a pain in my ass. 1 minute she wants in, next minute blah, 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 she wants out. I can't speak this morning. So, this movie has been out since like the 1980s, 1984, 1985. Mischief Maker, mwah, thank you for the host, Rod. You should treat your cat better. I know, right? Echo, mwah, thank you for the host. Hey, babes.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Need a controller?
Get back to work.
This movie's so old you can't spoil it. No, you can't. Dead Rising 4. Yeah, I heard. Heavy hype.
Calm down. You're gonna have a fucking coronary. Goddamn.
He's working in the garage.
Calm down. What?
Say good morning.
No.
He's not a good morning person. You gotta go? Funnier. Have a good day. I will slash you later, my friend. I will slash you later. Yeah. He's in the garage. He's redoing the garage. His man cave. That's his garage. He'll be on soon. He'll be on his phone soon. But yeah, that's heavy for you. In. And he's right back out to his... Oh, yeah. It's somewhat nice out, and he has to redo the garage because he has too much shit in there. And while he has minimal space, because he's got, 3 motorcycles, 3 working motorcycles, 1 project motorcycle, bikes, scooters, and everything else up in that bitch, plus a toolbox, a workbench, and everything. So he's rearranging his place. Golden Steph, mwah, thank you for that host. Thank you. Okay, so back to the morgue. The very first man that they reanimate is Arnold Schwarzenegger's double. I don't know if you guys knew that, but the guy on the table is literally Arnold Schwarzenegger's body double in most of the movies Arnold Schwarzenegger did in the 70s, 80s, 90s. All the spoilers. This movie has been out since the 80s. Oh, by the way, there's lots and lots of nudity. Thank you for that shout out. There's lots of nudity in this movie. I mean, you're going to see things that you probably don't want to see. There is a very sad part in the beginning of the movie as well with the kitty. As you can see here, the kitty is zombified, but it is a great movie. It is seriously a great movie. Yeah. The special effects department went through 25 gallons of fake blood. 25 gallons of fake blood. That's not the most fake blood ever used in a horror movie. I think the one is like over 100 gallons were used. But this one, for the amount of blood that it had in it, was 25 gallons of fake blood. But you think 25 gallons, that's a lot of fake blood. Both genders, Kay. We're talking about full-on vag, boobs, full-on schlong shots like you won't believe. Like full-on. When I say this has nudity in it, it's got bobs, it's got all sorts of nudity. Cosplay is reposted. Awesome. Thank you, Reaper. And a couple on Twitter. Alright guys, so all of the artwork that you see here today, the cosplay will be in the Reaper report. You're going to see the artwork of Reanimator as well in Discord. There are a couple that he cannot post in Discord, so they go on Twitter. Twitter is a little more lenient with 18 NSFW stuff. So if you want to check out the cosplay that was not allowed in Discord, definitely go to Reaper1923's Twitter. Give him a follow so you can always get all the updated cosplay and shit that he puts out. He puts out amazing content. Amazing content. All the time. Oh yeah, lots of bobs. Lots of bobs in this movie. For sure. There is a lot in this movie. A lot. You wouldn't think so, but there is. I think there's more nudity in this one than in any other horror movie that I know of. The brains in this movie in the severed head were made up of street meat byproducts. Ground beef, fake blood, and when they shot the scene in the autopsy room, because there's a famous scene in the autopsy room with the severed head being thrown out the door. If you guys remember that part, basically the head gets thrown out the door and then smashing onto the hallway wall, the security guard comes in. Now, the crew were all behind the cameras with garbage bags all over their clothing because no one knew how much brain splatter would happen. They did not do a test pilot on the brain splatter. So that whole iconic part where he throws the head out the door and it smashes, yeah, that got pretty messy. They all wore garbage bags on themselves so their clothes wouldn't get destroyed. But they did use all different types of meat and meat byproducts with fake blood to create the brains and the gush stuff that you see. I just remembered zombie head eat. Yeah, basically. A poster for the Talking Heads documentary, Stop Making Sense, is visible above Dan's bed. If you've watched this movie and you can see, in the movie there is a poster of the Talking Heads. And it's above his bed. I'm not sure if any of you who've seen it actually paid attention to the surroundings of the room, but there are a lot of cool things in the surrounding of that bedroom and in the house and throughout the movie itself. Go big or go... Yeah, exactly. Go big or go home. You guys remember the bald bearded doctor at the foot of Megan's bed who gets shoved away and Dan tries to revive her is underground cartoonist Kim Deitch. The Boulevard of Broken Dreams, son of legendary jazz-era cartoonist Gene Deitch, the cat. So if you guys did, TDN, thank you for that host. So if you did see the movie, the bearded doctor, that doctor is a famous cartoonist. And he's also the son of a legendary cartoonist as well. David Gale was made to shave his head and wear a toupee, as this was found to be in keeping with Dr. Hill's character. In the DVD commentary, it was revealed that this was also necessary for budget reasons, as there was no money available to match Gail's hair on prosthetic head props. This movie, a lot of these movies that were made in the 80s, horror-based, had crowdfunding before crowdfunding was even a thing. They needed to raise about $1,500 to get some other stuff so they can have a song composed. So a lot of the people that worked on this movie put their own money into this project to make it happen. They also went around asking for people as well to invest in this movie. If you've seen the movie, you know the opening thing. If you're an Alfred Hitchcock fan, you would know the opening theme is not completely exactly like Psycho, but the opening scene is very heavily based on Psycho, if you've seen this movie and you just didn't realize it. The beginning scene. How you doing, Boone? Join us. How's sounds working out for everybody? They're doing pretty good? Now, Reanimator has 2 sequels, as well as you guys, if you haven't seen them, there is Beyond Reanimator and The Bride of Reanimator. Those are the 2 that are after Reanimator itself. Reanimator is on Shudder, so if you have the movie app Shudder, you'll be able to see Reanimator. We watched Reanimator a couple of times on movie night, and we're going to need to find a new place. Oh, you just got sound. That's strange, Rival. Oh, good morning, Rival. Yeah, strange. You've never seen them. Clan Pipe, most people haven't seen the movie Reanimator. It's basically, it's a cult, it's a horror movie, obviously. A little bit of comedy. It is a cult classic, but if you're not into horror movies or you are younger and were born in the 80s, you probably did not see Reanimator. I'm an Evil Deader mostly. Evil Dead's a great franchise. Bruce Campbell has made, with Sam Raimi, has made an amazing franchise because you've got Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Ash vs. Evil. You also got comic books. You also have a crossover from Evil Dead and Army of Darkness and Jason Goes to Hell in the Friday the 13th franchise. So it's definitely a great franchise, great series, right? Boone, since you are new here, I am a huge horror fanatic. This is what I do. Yeah, 1983. So Clan Pipe, this movie was 1984, 1985. Good morning, hon. Good morning. Shouting out Heavy. I'm trying to get Heavy to stream. I told Heavy should stream his motorcycle stuff. Because he is a creator. He's a fabricator. He creates some awesome shit. I still want him to animate my Chucky. I want him to animate my Chucky. I've seen a lot of horror movies except Reanimator. You need to go see it. Reanimator is a great movie. He should. He won't. So didn't we have Prime on the PS3? I don't know. I don't know, hon. You'd have to look. I don't really know. Hello, Hasselhoff. Thank you. Good morning. How are you doing, darling? Thank you for that shout out for Haas. I'm a motherfucking PSMP. This is the first, this is what I was talking about, the first morgue scene with Dr. Herbert West as he's reanimating his very first male body from the morgue, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger's body double in all of Arnold's movies. So definitely rewatch it if you haven't seen it in a while. If you have never seen the movie Reanimator, you need to go see it. It's a good movie. It is a cheesy zombie horror comedy type of feel. So if you're watching it and expecting it to be a AAA movie, to me it's a AAA movie because it's one of the best zombie movies out there. But if you're going into it thinking that it's going to be like, you know, Endgame and superhero bullshit, it's not. So go into it with the 80s frame of mind on movies. Hey, cool. Just stopping in saying hey. Aw. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, cool. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks. These are my gunners. I have been wearing them for the last little bit now since I realized that the blue light crap actually hurts your eyes. The movie, the director Stuart Gordon wanted to make this movie in a gritty black and white 16 millimeter film to give it that, you ever see those grindhouse movies, like the gritty look that they have to them? They wanted to make the Reanimator the movie that way. They wanted to make it in 16 millimeter film. They wanted to do it black and white. They wanted to do gritty, but it was turned down because they didn't think at that point in time in the 80s that would go over well. Could it have gone over well? Maybe. Oh no, don't reanimate the Chucky doll. I'm thinking about reanimating the Chucky doll. I want it to move. I want it to be able to move and scare the shit out of you guys. That's what I want. And our very last picture, I think it would be great to scare the shit out of you guys. Watch Chucky, move. Not often, just a little bit to say, what the fuck? That's what I want. Hello, Civic. You have 0 limbs because you're new to the stream. To get limbs, you do need to enter our Pixel giveaways. You hate dolls? There are a lot of doll movies and TV shows out there. I think in August, I'm going to do a web show special edition on scary dolls. So we'll talk about Annabelle, we'll talk about Chucky, we'll talk about Puppet Master, and there is a TV show called Dolls. If you have Amazon Prime, check it out. There are several new TV shows, well, new to me because I'm in Canada. We usually get them a lot later than the Americans. There are several new TV shows on Amazon Prime that are pretty awesome. Dolls being one of them. All of this information that I have collected and created on Reanimator will be in Discord in the Coffee Chat of Horrors section, as well with Reaper 1923's zombie cosplay and more out on Discord. And the ones that he cannot show will be out on Twitter. You may want to go and check out that Twitter. So this is it on Reanimator. Highly check it out. It's recommended by me. It's how I have my name from the movie. We are going to go forward and I'm going to show you guys some really cool zombie artwork that we're going to check out right now. Thanks to Reaper 1923. Yeah, I see a lot of brains. My Discord is right there. Kay just popped it up for you. If you want to check it out, there it is. You can join my Discord. We'll give you a role. All of what you see here, all of my information that I've compiled, all of Reaper's information that has been compiled will be in Discord. There will also be a VOD uploaded to YouTube so you guys can watch as well. If you don't want to watch it on Mixer or you don't have time, you can watch it offline on YouTube. Rank Reset. Yeah, Rank Reset did happen in Dead by Daylight, which we'll be playing tomorrow. We'll be doing some DBD tomorrow. I thought she was going to put Chucky on camera. I can bring him up. Okay, will do. Thank you, Whispers. Thank you. I will check that out. So do you guys know zombies and how zombies are portrayed and their traits and origins of zombies? We've got a lot of information here for you as well for zombies. I'm going to make this bigger just to see how the artwork here is coming along. And we're going to just tweak our imagery here so you guys can get the full you guys can get the full view and make it bigger for you guys. How does that look? Are you guys able to see it pretty good? It's up to Chucky to move, even get him to wink. Oh my God, wouldn't that get you? Aurora and Children of Grimm, good morning. Good morning. I hope you both are doing well. Mischief, how is work for you? They like to eat people. They do. The zombie is often portrayed as an undead, flesh-eating, decaying corpse, has enjoyed a popularity surge in recent years, which is so true because zombies were not in the picture. Going back into the 2000s, zombies were not a thing until Greg Nicotero decided to bring the comic book The Walking Dead to life as a TV show. Then the next thing you know, everybody and their mother jumped on the zombie bandwagon. I have been a zombie fan for a very long time, since I first seen Night of the Living Dead, black and white 1968 version. But the minute Walking Dead came on the scene, you have people jump on that zombie bandwagon, and then they're off of the zombie bandwagon, right? They're on to superheroes now. Oh wait, it was True Blood, Walking Dead, so vampires, zombies, and now comic books. Get Chucky to say hello to the horde. Wouldn't you shit your pants? Wouldn't you shit your pants if we're sitting here chatting? Next thing you know, Chucky starts walking over. I think it would be awesome. Return of the Living Dead. I love Return of the Living Dead, but see, Night of the Living Dead, black and white is my number one. That is my number one. Which movie you would never watch? You would never watch again. You would never come back in here. Zombies were a huge thing in the Michael Jackson video Thriller, but that did not start the zombie rage. The zombie rage started recently, like I said, when Greg Nicotero brought the Walking Dead comic book alive on TV. Again, guys, if you're using the soundboard, you're not going to see anything pop up on the screen just because we are doing our web show. Wouldn't that be funny? I have no idea how to do that stuff. Zombieland is amazing, and we do have Zombieland quotes in here because Tallahassee is my favorite. Tallahassee was my favorite. We're going to get into my top picks for zombie movies that are a must-see because I know many of you probably haven't seen them, and these will be my top picks. My top picks. I want Werewolf Survival Horror Game. Scroto, that would be good. And one of our topics in August are going to be all about werewolves. All about werewolves because werewolves are friggin' awesome. I would rather be a werewolf over a zombie, over a vampire, or a ghost because I can still live. I can still walk in the sun. I don't have to eat people. I could if I wanted, but I don't have to survive to eat people. And I can transform whenever the hell I want to be a strong bitch. So I would rather be a zombie. I mean, a werewolf over a zombie any day. Or a vampire. And yes, I think a horror survival game with werewolves would be friggin' amazing. Zombie traits. A zombie, according to pop culture and folklore, is usually either a reawakened corpse with ravenous appetite or someone bitten by another zombie infected with a zombie virus. So we do have several different types of zombies out there, right? So we have, you've got your, scientific zombies, which were made with some type of toxin. You've got voodoo and Haitian zombies, which are real zombies. Bomba Clap Boy, thank you for that host. How you doing, darling? Chucky and Tiffany move and walk around? Yeah, that would be hilarious. I think it would be funny. Anything but frickin' Twilight. Oh, bleh. Twilight is a teenage bullshit movie. I don't know. Twilight sucks. And I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but come on, sparkly fucking vampires that live in Washington and only can come out when the sky is gray? No. Werewolves are scary. Hell yeah, they are. Zombies are usually portrayed as strong but robotic beings with rotting flesh. Their only mission is to feed, which is true because the brain doesn't think anymore. A traditional zombie's brain is dead, so they go off of survival. And to survive, you need to eat. So they have this unending hunger to eat, and it's usually brains, right? I've seen portions of Twilight. Portions, and that's only because I was flipping through channels on TV and seeing this thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Then next thing you know, I see it's a vampire that sparkles. I was like, oh hell no. Turn that shit right off. My children haven't even seen it because they think it's shit too. But again, I raised my kids right. My kids believe in real vampires, the ones that are not sexy, the ones that will rip your throat out. those type of zombies. They typically zombies don't have conversations, although some might grunt a little. There are a couple of zombie movies out there that kind of talk. Warm Bodies is another one. It's a zombie movie zombie romance, I should say, that was made in the 2000s. There's also Hey Zombie, there's I Zombie, and there's a few others out there that have zombies portrayed as having an actual brain or any type of compassion. If I go out into the sunlight and glisten like that guy from... Oh my God, those were horrible. Yes, Warm Bodies, it was a decent movie. If you haven't seen it, Warm Bodies is on Netflix. It's on Netflix Canada, that's for sure. You would love the Laurel K. Hamilton's book series, Anita Blake, Vampire Hunter. Interesting. Yeah, zombies they're usually brainless, Scroto. They usually are brainless. As a vampire myself, I am insulted by Twilight. Right, Commander? Right? Now... the very first civilization on Earth, one of the very first civilizations on Earth, the ancient Greeks, had a fear of real undead. Our Reanimator trailer is really good for the 80s. Yeah, Rival, it was a great movie. It was a great movie. The ancient Greeks literally had a fear of the undead. Archaeologists have unearthed many ancient graves which contain skeletons pinned down by rocks and other heavy objects that they thought would be back from the dead. They honestly believed that these loved ones would come back. They thought they would come back as zombies. So back in ancient Greece and in ancient Italy, they would bury their dead, but put rocks on them. In Italy, there is a young boy, I think he was the age of 12, who died. They thought he was coming back. They thought he was bitten by a vampire because they believed in vampires back at that time. And when he was dug up later on down the road, years later, they found the boy with rocks in his mouth and rocks holding down the body. They thought if he couldn't close his mouth, he couldn't form his vampire teeth, and with the rocks holding down, he would not be able to dig himself out of his grave. Back then, they did not bury people in coffins. They literally dug a hole, dumped your ass in there, shoved some rocks on top of you, and then the dirt. They didn't worry about coffins like we do nowadays. It is the best series ever. She had a badass bitch that takes no shit. You would totally fall in love with her. They even have a series of graphic novels. Pampered, I'm going to have to look into that. Can you put that in Discord? Blade was a daywalker. I like that movie, Blade. Blade was a good take on vampires. Seriously. One of our next episodes in August, and I say in August because our July 21st web show, we are going to have a special guest, a friend of mine, a big YouTuber, horror YouTuber over on YouTube. We are going to be discussing horror movies and stuff with that person. I am not going to release anything as of yet, but stay tuned for next week where we release our first special guest on Coffee Chat of Horrors. I mean, a shotgun works wonders. Shotguns do work wonders. That would be a great movie, Reaper. The way you guys are talking about that book, I think it would be a great one. No spoilers, babies. No spoilers. I have almost all of the Anita Blake novels. Land of the Dead was a good movie. Good movie. Romero. I will take a look at those books, see if I can't get audiobooks. I hate reading. Reading makes my eyes tired. So it makes me sleepy, so I don't read. I do read comic books. I have a lot of horror comic books, as well as Elvira comic books. Did you guys see my Elvira collection? I have the Elvira collection 1 through 11, and then the special edition one, so that's 12 comic books altogether. In Cross, zombies are fast and smart. Yes, they are. Some of them, like there's some of the zombie movies that are out there, portray them as smart and compassionate. Done and tagged you in it? Thank you. Oh, babes, you're texting me from the garage, eh? I have no idea. Right from the garage. Zombie folklore has been around for centuries, especially in Haiti. There is a movie called Serpent and the Rainbow. Great movie, and if you have not seen it, check it out. I know we had it on. It's on the 4. I know it's on the 4. He's asking about Prime because I own all the PlayStations, and he has my PlayStation 3 out in the man cave, and he was trying to check out Amazon Prime. Guarantee you he's going to watch Joe Dirt because he loves that movie. 30 Days of Night comic book. Inspector 30 Days of Night is an awesome vampire movie. It's like one of the best out there because these vampires aren't sexualized. They aren't sexy looking, and their purpose is to eat and rip out the throats of other humans. It's one of the best vampire movies. It's an underrated vampire movie. It's one of the best out there. And if you haven't seen 30 Days of Night, check it out. That's another... No. Which one? 30 Days of Night? No, that was made in the 2000s. Haitians are known to practice voodoo. Exactly. And in Haiti, they do have zombies. And what that is, when they say zombies, it's not a real zombie, rotten flesh. Basically, it's a powder they use to turn someone into a zombie. And when they say zombie, it's basically somebody who has no thought process for themselves. That person will control that person, right? So if I had the voodoo and the power and the powder, I could turn anyone into my slave. Basically, they would use them as zombies. They would say they were zombies. 30 Days of Night made me fear walking to my own apartment because of the alley and high buildings I used to walk through. I expect to look up and see one of exactly right, Haas. It was a great movie. Dragor, Viking Zombies. Viking zombies would be funny. Dead Snow, Nazi zombies. I don't know if you guys have seen that. And also in West Africa as well. Slaves were brought in to work on Haiti's sugarcane plantations. These slaves were left in really brutal conditions. The United States weren't the only country to have slaves, guys. So in Haiti and in West Africa, they actually enslaved their own people. And this is where a lot of the Haitian voodoo priests and stuff like that would practice their stuff on these slaves that were forced to work on the sugarcane plantations. There was some really brutal shit done to these slaves. Supposedly they thought the afterlife would bring them back as a zombie, which would be a slave. So they would practice voodoo, and they would actually put these people into a zombie state so they can use them as slaves to work on their plantations. Sneezy poem. Can you read? Can you read? Because you can get the fuck out. Zombies and voodoo. Zombies and voodoo. You came into my stream, little bitch. You can actually leave. Voodoos. Voodoo. We love voodoo. We hear a lot about voodoo in Haiti and in the United States, in New Orleans. New Orleans is a place I want to visit so bad. Now, the religion is actually based in West Africa, practiced in Haiti, Caribbean, Brazil, and in South America. Voodoo is practiced in those countries as well as in the United States, New Orleans being the main base of where voodoo is practiced nowadays. No worries, I took care of it. It's all good. I would love to go to New Orleans. It would be great. Many people who follow the voodoo religion believe in zombies, and they do not believe that they are a myth. They know that they have the power and powder to do these things. Yeah, it would be great. Not only the food, but the culture, the history. Like, there is so much shit. I would spend a month in New Orleans, just in New Orleans, because there's so many amazing people there that you can talk to, so many little shops, and I don't want to see the tourist shit. I don't want to do the touristy thing. I want the true heart of New Orleans. That is what I would want to be. And if I could go down there, I would stream that shit. We would do live stuff. That would be friggin' awesome. Yeah, I would love to go there. Yes, and then I say New Orleans, but I guess New Orleans was how they would pronounce it, right? I remember walking down the London Underground after watching American Werewolf. I love that movie. And no one was about, just like the movie put me on edge. Seriously, though, right? I mean, seeing that movie and then having to walk in the underground, because I know what you're talking about, the London Underground. I saw a documentary of the underground, and yeah, that would be some scary shit. I would be the same way. I'd be like, where's my friggin' machete? And my machete is sitting next to me, so I'd probably be carrying it with me. The European zombie legend stems from leprosy, yes. And do you know that bless you also stemmed from that? Bless you, because every time you sneezed was a sign of the plague. Well, they assumed you were getting sick with the plague, so you would sneeze. They would say, bless you, or God bless you, because they thought you were going to die. That is a little background history on bless you. Let's see. Bokers have a tradition of using herbs, shellfish, animal parts, bones, and other objects to create concoctions, including zombie powders. Remember I was telling you about zombie powders? Zombie powders contain tetrodotoxin, which is a deadly neurotoxin found in pufferfish and in some other marine species. This is what they would use to turn people into walking zombies. That's a good question, Whispers. That is a good question. I'd have to look. No, it does not. Does not. Normally we don't do too many of them. Usually on Sundays, not so much. Ra wants to go find, I want to go into the bayou. I can punch a gator in its mouth. But yeah, because it would try to eat me. So you could say they have the ability to make a horde. They do turn. They do. Used carefully at a sublethal doses, tetrodotoxin combination may cause zombie-like symptoms such as difficulty walking, mental confusion, and respiratory problems, which is the three biggest things we see in zombies today and in zombie movies today, right? We see that already. So the reason why they would say tetrodotoxin would be very similar to zombie-like features, because in our zombie movies, our zombies cannot walk correctly, they do not breathe right. So you can definitely see that, and they are very confused because they don't know what the fuck is happening. Now, we do have some journals, some medical journals on zombies, and, are they real? But we do have real zombies reported in medical journals. Through its rare, there are several credible reports in medical journals of people using these compounds to induce paralysis in people, then reviving them from the grave. Like the movie Serpent in the Rainbow, this is basically what happens. It's a great movie. I highly suggest you see it. It's a little long, but it's a great movie. It's not on Netflix from my understanding, and I do not believe it's on Shudder. But you never know. Shudder's always adding newer horror movies. And when I say new, it's usually older movies from the 70s and 80s that they're adding. And if you haven't checked out Shudder, you definitely need so. It's a great service. I am not sponsored, partnered with, or have anything to do with Shudder other than I am a loyal fan and follower of the Shudder program. Shudder is like Netflix, but it is all horror, sci-fi, and thriller based. It's $4.99 a month. It's cheaper than Netflix. It has its own originals. It's got its own TV series, movies, and podcast with a shit ton more. Plus Joe Bob Briggs. If you are a horror fan like I am, you know who Joe Bob Briggs is. He has his own show on there. Great show. The need for flesh was a psycho myth that was added to the zombie legend in the early Egyptian times, where they were believed to be ghouls. You are very correct there. In 1997, an article in the British medical journal, The Lancet, described 3 verifiable accounts of zombies. In one case, a Haitian woman who appeared to be dead was buried in a family tomb, only to reappear 3 years later. An investigation revealed that her tomb was filled with stones, and her parents agreed to admit her to a local hospital. So they put her, she supposedly died, but the family was ashamed. So they put her, because she had mental health issues, they put her in a home, and they stated she died. She reappeared 3 days later. When they investigated, her actual tomb was filled with rocks. Can you imagine being that ashamed of somebody with a mental health issue that you would bury them and pretend they were dead? Horrible. Zombies are real on Black Ops. Yeah, there's tons of zombies on Black Ops. The Bayou, I would love to go. Would love to go. This is a really cute painting of the pinup version This is a real pinup version, but without being zombified. And then not too long ago, there has been a zombified cosplay version of this. This is an actual painting. I have 5 garden gnomes, which they wear. Jason Voorhees, nice clan pipe. I have zombie garden gnomes out in my yard as well. In another well-documented case, a Haitian man named Clairvis Narcisse entered a local hospital with severe respiratory problems in 1962. You guys may have heard about this one. This was real. After he slipped into a coma, Narcisse was declared dead and was buried shortly after. But 18 years later, a man walked up to Angelina Narcisse in a village market, insisting she was his sister. Doctors, townspeople, and family members all identified him as Clairvis Narcisse, who claimed he had been buried alive, then dug up and put to work on a distant sugar plantation. This is the basis for the story Serpent and the Rainbow. That zombie looks kind of hot. Why not, right? She's got boobs. I'm not sure how long you're on, but I gotta go to the store. I hope you... No worries, Hass. I'm on... What time is it? You have fun at that store. I'm on for about another hour and 15 minutes. But you can always catch the VOD, my darling. Sounds like me after too many shots of Bacardi. Love your face as well. Have a safe trip to the store. But yes, that there is almost the basis for Serpent and the Rainbow. It's a really good movie. You guys need to check it out if you haven't seen it. This guy right here is from the movie Serpent and the Rainbow, but he does not look like that. It's his face, but he does not look like a zombie. He looks human. He looks like a man, and he really is. He's just given a powder. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, so you want to check that out. Now, zombies in pop culture. According to the Undead 18th Century by Linda Truce, zombies appeared in literature as far back as 1697 and were described as spirits or ghosts, not cannibalistic fiends. Apache Huntress, my darling. Mwah, thank you for that host. Can I get a shout out for Apache, please? A zombie with boobs is better than a zombie without boobs. I agree. Damn, I thought you wouldn't know. Reaper 1923. I love that movie. I know everything. I knew who it was the minute I seen it, that you sent it to me. I'm like, that is an awesome rendition of the guy who plays in Serpent and the Rainbow. But he obviously doesn't look like this, guys. Trying to trick me there, Mr. Reaper. How are you doing, Apache? Alright, so they arrived on the film around the same time as their monster peers, Frankenstein's monster and Dracula, with a 1932 release of White Zombie. Now, in the early horror films of zombies were not portrayed as flesh-eating creatures. They were portrayed as slaves. There are some movies dating back to the 1930s that show zombies as slaves working for and on plantations. So that's where your zombies first come into the movie scene as slaves, not as flesh-eating fiends. I am dead. My luck is track star. Yeah, right? Trying to run after one of them. Bomber killer. Thank you for your host. Your SFX sound is in the works, by the way, but your entrance message is there. But it wasn't until 1968 where the zombie cult started. They had the big following after George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, which is by far one of my favorite zombie movies. They did do a remake and a recolor of it in the 90s. It's still a decent movie, but I prefer the black and white version. The black and white version leaves more to the imagination than the newer in color. Romero never called them zombies. No, he did not. And he did not realize how well this movie was going to take off and how many sequels this movie was going to have. Romero is really cool, and he is our first zombie to actually have rotting flesh and eating things. In other movies, they did not have zombies being cannibals. Well, as you see, in 1968, that is where the zombie passion or cult started in 1968. There was never a big following for zombies. And in that time, back in the 30s and 40s, they did not show them as flesh eaters. But then again, over the next 15 years, we have several zombie movies that Romero has directed. So we've got Dawn of the Dead, the original, then Dawn of the Dead remake, and Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is a really good movie. If you haven't seen either of those, these were on my list to see. Those two and Night of the Living Dead, all three of these are on my list of zombie movies that you need to watch. As special effects technology improves with each film, the zombies appear more gruesome and realistic. From the 1980s, dozens of zombie films were made. Even Scooby-Doo battled zombies in the 1998 film Zombie Doo on Zombie Island. Do you guys remember that one? I've seen it. Scooby-Doo was one of my favorites as I was growing up. And in 2013, release of World War Z starring Brad Pitt also brought a new zombie culture to a new level. We now see zombies with a cure for cancer. The cure for cancer turning people into zombies. We see that in Legion. We see that in Last Man Standing. We also see it in a few other zombie movies that portray chemicalized zombies, where there is a vaccine that's supposed to help you, but turns you into a flesh-eating beast. And then again, television jumped on the bandwagon with iZombie, Helix, Black Summer, The Walking Dead, Zed Nation, and several other zombie films and TV shows have been made since. GG's, Apache, Echo, Turn, Mischief, Metro, Cobra, and Bomber. GG's. You don't like Scooby-Doo? You don't like the original Scooby-Doo? I like the audiobook World War Z, Henry Rollins. Really, Death Wish. Good morning. Good morning. Now, are zombies in the Bible? Do we know if there are zombies in the Bible? Well, let's go see if there's zombies in the Bible. The modern day carnivorous zombie isn't in the Bible, but there are many references to bodies being reanimated or resurrected, which may have inspired zombie myths throughout history. Zombie Jesus Day, Easter. Supposedly, Jesus was murdered. Then he was taken off his crucifixion, buried in some cave with some giant rocks over it, but appeared 3 days later hanging out with people. So, Zombie Jesus. Zombies are in the Bible, guys. If you don't believe me, read about Jesus. The book of Ezekiel describes a vision where Ezekiel is dropped in a boneyard and prophesies to the bones. The bones start to shake and become covered with muscle and flesh until they're reanimated, yet there are no breath in them. There's another proof of zombies in the Bible. And the book of Isaiah states, "Thy dead men shall live, together with my body shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust. For thy dew is the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead." Devil Dog, thank you for that resub. Thank you for that resub. I appreciate it. Mwah. Thank you for that sub hype, guys. Thank you. Wanna play, JJ? Thank you for your host, my friend. How are you doing this morning? How are you doing? The original Scooby-Doo is really awesome. If you're joining us, we are just talking about zombies. Coffee Chat of Horrors brings you the zombie edition. And we are going over some amazing artwork that we have seen and collected by Reaper 1923. A correlation between what you just said about Jesus, burial, and the stuff you said earlier? Yeah. All sorts of different things, and I agree. But again, that goes into religion. You're good. Just good. 8 hours till vacation. Yeah, Juana. Yeah. Where are you going? Is it a staycation? You love zombies? I love zombies as well. Diabolical. Love them. But again, listen to that. Thy men shall live, together with my body shall they rise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Now that is in the book of Isaiah. Interesting, right? You mentioned about Jesus being buried behind rocks in the legend of ancient myths. Yeah, exactly. And a correlation there, Rainy. Mwah, thank you for that host, Rainy. Is there a correct way to slay a zombie? Shooting them in the head. Destroying the brain is what the myth states, or what movies tell us to do. Thy do that. Yeah, basically. Check out Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. That's a webcomic. It's different. I love Scooby-Doo growing up. Man City owns Jesus. I'm not sure what Man City is, but we're not really talking about religion. We're basically talking about zombies in the Bible. Dress them in a gorgeous dress, wig, and makeup and have them walk the runway. Can you imagine? There is a movie like that, though. Hey, zombie. The deadly venom. Mwah. Thank you for that, host. Really, Commander. Chainsaws and boomsticks. Hell yeah, chainsaws and boomsticks work. Now, if you cut a zombie's head off, though, the mouth is still alive and their body will still move according to comic books and movies and TV shows that are out there. So you've got to destroy the brain, not just cut off the head. You can dismember a zombie. You can take off their legs. You can take off their arms, just like Michonne did in The Walking Dead. She took off their arms and their bottom jaw so they could not bite. Double tap, baby. Always double tap. If horror movies haven't taught us anything, they have taught us that. My phone just now subscribed to your YouTube channel. Thank you, Rival. I appreciate that. Oh, Turn. Thank you for gifting Shortwave a sub. Yesterday, I was off stream and I got a notification in the bot. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, so now... Moreover, passages abound in both the Old and New Testaments about the resurrection of saints and sinners in the end of times. This may be one reason so many zombie stories are associated with an apocalypse. We all know about the apocalypse, Revelations, all of that stuff in the Catholic religion. This is where that can also come from. Take them to the dentist and remove their teeth. Just cut their bottom jaw off. It's easier, and then you don't have to pay for a dentist bill. Yeah, Michonne shows us that in The Walking Dead in the first couple of seasons. Boom! Here we go. Here are her brothers or family members. You love some Michonne? Hell yeah, she's an awesome chick. She really is. Our fascination with zombies. Why do we fantasize about these zombies? Yoons171, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Why does the modern world have such a love affair with zombies? History may be to blame. According to Stanford literature scholar Angela Becerra Vidigar, what a name, Vidigar tells Stanford News she believes mankind's perception of violence took a drastic turn after the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. During World War II, she feels such a large-scale disasters caused people to fictionize their deaths on a mass scale and focus on survival of the fittest, a common thing among zombie narratives, which is very, very true. That is one badass beach. Exactly. The Center for Disease Control, we know them as the CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, agrees. So they took advantage of the zombie mania and created a zombie preparedness website to motivate people to prepare for disasters, offer tips on how to survive a zombie apocalypse, and other catastrophic events. The site was a huge hit. It really was a huge hit. All of these facts that have been compiled in today's web show will be in Discord, guys. So you will be able to see all the information that I and Reaper1923 have compiled. We also have my top picks of zombie movies, which is going to be coming up here. The CDC is real, and the CDC got the idea of using zombies to help people prepare for any type of catastrophic event, which is super smart because people started going out and buying the things that are needed during a catastrophic event. Tornado, war. War is a very big one. Any type of natural disaster, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, you've got it. The CDC has it, and they have a zombie prepared kit as well. I have one. It's in my living room. But yeah. What's up? What's up, Diabolical? I'm going to do that to my ex-boyfriend by arms and jaw. That you can. That you can. Is everyone infected and when you die you turn, or it scratches and bites? Well, Bomber, it depends. It depends on the movie and the setup that you're watching. The Walking Dead was not named by the zombies. The Walking Dead was by the living, because they were the Walking Dead. As you go down through The Walking Dead, I stopped watching The Walking Dead, but I have the comic books of The Walking Dead, and that's what I go by. In The Walking Dead, the live people were The Walking Dead because they have the zombie virus in them, and the TV show portrays that as it goes along through the seasons. More people are prepared for the zombie apocalypse than any other terrorist attack, but turn. If you ever look in a zombie apocalypse kit, it's got everything in there for a natural disaster. My zombie kit has bandages, gauze, gauze, antibiotics, a list of numbers, a whole bunch of shit. Like it's an actual zombie kit, and it's got cards. It's got a whole bunch of stuff. There is zombie. I'm going to show you some zombie ammunition. Hold on. Now this is just the shells because we've already shot them. These are just the shells. It's all good, Diabolical. Half the time I can't even speak friggin' English, darling, and it's my first language. It is. Terrorist attack isn't really a thing, though. Look throughout history, they were pre-planned events. I agree with you. Thank you. They're made by Hornby. There's 20 rounds in this box, and this is just shells. This is nothing in there, right? Now, you can use anything to kill a zombie with, anything from a 22 to a 12 gauge shotgun to an automatic rifle, baseball bat with nails in it, machete, anything to destroy the brain, right, guys? Anything to destroy the brain. What are you going to do if there was a zombie apocalypse? I'd have to kill other humans. I'm not worried about the zombies, guys. I'm not worried about the zombies. If a zombie attack was ever to happen, they're slow as fuck. What I'm more worried about is my neighbor. I'm more worried about my neighbor coming in to try to take what I have, because humans are greedy sons of bitches. They really are. And it's not the zombies you'll have to worry about. It's not the disease you'll have to worry about. It's the humans that are left behind after the apocalypse actually happens, because those bastards will kill you. So you have to be prepared to take anybody and everybody out. That's what they don't prepare you for in any type of catastrophic event. So if we were to ever have a war that was that big, that annihilated people and left only a group of people all around the world, they're not going to band together to try to get things done and going. They're going to try to take what you have. You're going to have to prepare yourself to kill another human in any type of apocalyptic action. That they don't prepare you for. Again, I'm not worried about the zombies. They're going to move slow. I shoot them in the head. I stab them in the eyeball. Whatever. It's your neighbor, the people down the road, your friends that you thought they were friends, coming to take your shit. Me too, girl. My ex-army female soldier. I'm prepared for everything. Nice. I'm your sword guy. Right on. If zombies attack, I'm moving to a farmhouse. Less populated areas will be better. Mountains, farmland, acreage, out of cities. The worst place to be in any type of natural event is in cities, in highly populated areas. Whether there's zombies, tornadoes, hurricanes, you usually want to be on the outskirts of town. Yeah, let's kill thy neighbor. My neighbors are probably like, what the fuck is that bitch talking about? I got a nice collection of archery. So do I. I've got a nice arsenal. I've got all sorts of weapons, from guns to axes to throwing knives to spears to swords. You name it, I've got it. They're fun. The Walking Dead told us that men are a true danger. Humans are a true danger. The infected from crossed comic books are the worst. Well, yeah, we were talking about crossed earlier today. So I'm going to give you guys what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. We've got an hour. Nice. So we're going to talk about a few other things as well. We're going to talk about 10 unconventional zombie movies that you should watch. We're also going to go through my list of zombie movies you must see. We're also going to do a newest addition to the horror web show. Oh my goodness, Apache Huntress just gifted a sub to Bombaclot Boy. Thank you so much, Apache. Thank you. Now, Bombaclot is already on the sub coffin, which is amazing. Guys, get that sub hype. Get your sub hype. Get it while it's hot. Yes, thank you, Apache, so very much for that. I appreciate it. I do. Now, during my top zombie movies that you must see, during that, you guys can ask me questions about me. A little bit about me. I know some of you have been asking me questions off stream and on stream about me, so why not do a live Q&A? My list here is the top of my zombie list that you must see zombie movies. And the first one, of course, is Night of the Living Dead. This is by far my most favorite true zombie horror movie for me. I enjoy this movie. I've watched it, I would say, over 30 times. To give you a realistic number, a lot of people say, I've seen it 100 times. I've seen this movie probably a good 30 times in my entire life. Shaun of the Dead is a great horror comedy. It's a zombie comedy, which we're coming to as well, because there are a few zombie comedies out there. Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. We spoke about these earlier today. Those are part of Romero's movies. I highly suggest you see them, along with Zombieland. Do zombies like cold weather? Devil Dog, they do. Watch Dead Snow. Those are Nazi zombies. I always say the living is bunch more dangerous than the dead. They really are. Yeah, I don't think the weather bothers them because they're dead. But there are zombies that live in the snow. If you watch Dead Snow 1 and Dead Snow 2, those are zombies based in the cold and snow. There's snow. Dead snow. Right? And it's pretty cool because the blood that you see in the movie is on white snow, so it enhances it drastically. Zombieland, again, one of my favorites. If you haven't seen it, zombies, they will sink and they can walk underwater because they don't have to breathe. And we've seen this in Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead, they actually cross over into the city via the water. They actually walk into the water and they just walk and they walk and then they start walking onto the beach and then they get your ass. That's how the whole thing starts in Land of the Dead. If you haven't seen Land of the Dead, you need to go check it out. It's a really good movie. Shaun of the Dead is one of my favorite zombie horror comedies. There are several other zombie comedies out there, but Shaun of the Dead is by far my favorite horror zombie comedy. There's also World War Z, which I truly enjoyed. World War Z was one of my next favorites. 28 weeks later, and the franchise of 28 weeks, because there's 28 days, so forth and so on. Those are another good franchise. Twinkies, exactly. Enjoy the little things in life. We do have Zombieland quotes in here, miss. It's one of my favorite zombie movies, so we do have Tallahassee quotes in here. The Return of the Living Dead and all of the series in Return of the Living Dead. This tattoo that I have here is she is the zombie, portraying the zombie in Return of the Living Dead 3. If you guys have seen that, oh my god, Cockney's versus Zombies. Cockney rhyme is a special type of talk in the UK, Cockney rhyme. And there is a zombie comedy, Cockney vs. Zombies. There are several comedy zombies out there. If you guys want to know more about me, you guys can ask questions now. But this tattoo is based on the Return of the Living Dead 3. If I had 2K, I think you would love The World War Z game is amazing. It's a great game. I have been playing that game since it was, actually the day before it was released. The undead are brown bread. Yes, apple and pears. I've had a friend who was teaching me Cockney rhyme a long time ago, and it was very confusing. He actually sent me a website, and this website had this beautiful little chat thing that, would say what this was, and then we'll say what the English version of it was. It's pretty awesome. Yes, Diabolical World War Z's a great game. They've been adding some new free content to it, right? Now, the later Return of the Living Dead, Necropolis, and Rave to the Grave, they're okay, guys. They're not a must-see, but they are okay. If you're going to watch the Return of the Living Dead franchise, because there are several movies in that franchise, 1, 2, and 3 I enjoy. The last two, they're all right. They're not the greatest. They're pretty cheesy. When are we Albertans getting together for coffee? Moonsmurf, we need to set that up while the weather is still good here. We need to set that up. You, Reedy, me, Heavy, Mr. Pink, his woman, Mel, Serial Killer, Mysterio. There's a bunch of us. We need to do something in Discord because the majority of them are in my Discord. So we should definitely have some type of middle ground meetup. A good fun zombie movie is Dead 7. There's so many. There are great zombie movies, and there's unconventional zombie movies that you should see as well. We'll get into that. Ooh, Apache Huntress has been timed out by OG Godfather for 1 minute. I would think so. There's a movie called Zombies. Zoom, Zombies. Just like zombies, but with an extra O. Now there's Zombies 1 and Zombies 2. Zombie Strippers is another good one. I would say yes. Anything living a zombie could affect. I would think so. Zombie Strippers is on Amazon Prime. There's a few on Amazon Prime. There's also a movie called Frankenhooker. Yes, you heard that right. Frankenhooker. Now, it's basically like Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster is technically a zombie. He is body parts dug out from several graves, put together, and reanimated with thunder and lightning. So technically, you can say Frankenstein's monster was the first zombie. Frankenhooker. Have you seen Frankenhooker? Oh my God, Scroto, that is a friggin' hilarious movie. Remember the penis one where he grabs and he stretches it all the way out before he falls into the pool because he's trying not to fall out the second story window? OMG. I was rolling. I was laughing so friggin' hard at that point in the movie. I've seen that movie several times, and then I had to rewatch it because I needed to see if the Spawnling could see it. And so I allowed the Spawnling to see it. Every time that part comes up, I start fucking laughing. It doesn't matter if we've seen it yet. I start laughing well before that part of the movie actually happens. Red Genetics. Mwah. Thank you for that host. I appreciate it. Thank you for the sparks, guys. I have Google Frankenhooker. You need to watch Frankenhooker. Frankenhooker is cheesy, but it's so good. It is a cult classic. Well, I consider it a cult classic to me. You like the Britney song scene? Oh, the birthday? It's a good movie. You need to see A Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It's funny. It's kind of cheesy. It's kind of slow, but there are some really good scenes that make the movie worth watching. Seriously, there is. Bomber Killer, thank you for those. Dame, how are you, sweetness? How are you? Amazing Halo. Mwah, thank you for that host. It was good, right, Diabolical? Welcome back, Apache. Welcome back. All of the information that we did here today will be in my Discord, guys, by the end of the day today, as well as the VOD for this show will also be on YouTube. Which movie was that with the junk stretching? It was The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It is on Netflix. The Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse has one part that I cry when I see it because I laugh so hard. It's where the zombies are in the house and they're in the second or third story of this home, and down below is a pool, and they're escaping through the window, and he grabs on, and basically, since it's dead, right? Since it's dead, it just basically stretches out, and it's a good size. Like it's yeah. We'll just go that way. We did hit 31 mil. 40 million is 9 million away. Reset happens on Tuesday. If you guys honestly think we can hit that 40 mil mark, go for it. But what we can do is save our sparks to help another partner in need, or hold them to reset. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. If we hold on to our sparks for reset, cool. If not, you can join myself and few other of the Horde on Monday night, and we are going to spark bomb partners that are in need of hitting milestones. Now, I want to hit partners that haven't hit that 5, 10, or 20 mil milestone. So if you know a partnered streamer, and the only reason why I'm saying partnered, because sparks are only monetized for partners, I would love to help them hit it. Oh my goodness, Metro, holy shitballs. Thank you for the, oh my God, thank you for those sparks. Now we're at 32 million. My goodness, we can try to hit that 40 mil if we want to do them. I had to turn my computer off yesterday, so my computer last night, because of the storm we had, so I haven't been farming since last night, so I'm a little upset. Thank you guys for the sparks. Thank you for the sparks. Oh my goodness, Luminix in with the resub. 6 months, my darling. 6 friggin' months. Thank you so very much, Luminix. Thank you guys for those sparks. Please, even Michael has eyes for you, darling. Even Michael has eyes for you. Please help me spam a thank you to Luminix for resubbing, and for resubbing 6 months. Thank you so very much. Thank you guys for those sparks. Did we get another resub? Because my shit just went off again. We did, Metro Birdman! 10 months! Holy shitballs, Metro, thank you so very much. Keep that sub hype rolling, guys. Keep it friggin' going. Thank you so very much, Metro. Thank you for that support. That is friggin' awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the sub hype and the resub hypes. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the sparks. You're friggin' awesome. Seriously. Friggin' awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Seriously do. So, I had a question asked about where I am from, because you guys can hear that my accent is a little different, and some Canadians can tell that my accent is a little different, and not many of you do know she is from the Great North. But you want to know something? I'm also American. Holy shit, y'all, locked up my laptop. Hot damn, 33 million. Not so bad. Yeah. I can't stay long. We spamming sparks. Thank you, TC. Oh my goodness, TC just dropped 1 million on the stream as well. Where were we? We were at 33. We're at 34 million right now. I am from a really strange place called Canada. I am being timed out. Okay, Sneaky Tiger, I can time you out for 1 minute. Duracell Bunny, Sneaky Tiger, we're gonna time you out. Time out. Sneaky Tiger, 1 minute. Luminix, how are you, my darling? How is your weekend? TC, thank you. Thank you for everything. You have a wonderful weekend, and I will slash you later. Duracell Bunny, how are you doing today? I'm doing wonderful, Luminix. I'm doing wonderful. I am both American Canadian. Now, I have lived in several places throughout my life, so my accent has mixed. I've lived on Long Island, I've lived on Vancouver Island in BC, I've lived in Alberta, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in several different areas in my entire life growing up. You're absolutely fantastic. That's amazing. I am wonderful. Thank you for those sparks. Thank you for those sparks, guys. We're going to try to hit that 40 mil mark. When I was very little, I was about 2 years old when I lived in Texas. My father was a long-haul truck driver. Thank you guys for those sparks. Thank you for those sparks. Yes, my father was a long-haul truck driver. I have lots of half-sisters. 35 million. Holy shitballs, guys. Holy shitballs. Thank you so very much. Okay, thank you, Metro. We will have to fix that. We will definitely have to fix that. Diabolical. Mwah, thank you for your host, sweetness. Thank you guys so much for those sparks. We are halfway there. You guys are friggin' amazing. We also had another question. How many siblings I have. And I have 2 siblings that I know that are my blood. And I have 5 that are actually 3 that are my blood. One's a half-sister. And then I have another 5 that are supposed to be my half-sisters that my truck-driving father spawned. So that is about 5 that are supposedly my blood. 3 that are my blood. Actually, there's 4 that's my blood. My half-sister Diana, who lives in Florida. My little sister. And then my sister that is actually my sister. But yes, supposedly. Any other questions that you guys want to know? Reanimator, you have to time out. Oh, so I got to time out Metro. Let's do that. Let's time out Metro for 1 minute. This is the second time Metro's being timed out. Unknown command. Timeout is not an unknown command. What's going on? There's 7 girls in your family. Amazing. Wow. Sounds like your dad? Yeah, that's what happens when you have a long-haul truck driver as a father. Want to go to eat chili at the Sawyer farmhouse? I do. Scroto, there's an actual diner, cafe, in the home, that in the movie, the Sawyer home. There is, in Texas, a cafe in that house. They renovated it and actually have a cafe in there. We spoke about that a few Sundays ago. Super excited about that. And I would love to go and eat food there. To be honest with you, I would love to go back to the States and travel throughout the States, go into some iconic places. And then I would love to travel into the UK. I want to check out my family there because I have lots of family in Scotland and Ireland. That is where my family heritage baseline is from. We've done an ancestry thing and found a lot of family in Scotland and Ireland, majority of them in Scotland. And I'm related to Cape Patrick. There's a castle in this part of Scotland. So it's interesting. Oh, welcome back, Metro. Welcome back. Guys, get those sparks on. Oh, wait, no, not sparks. Sorry, brains on. There's a heist. Mux, you're in Scotland. Nice. Is it Scotland? There's a Kilpatrick Castle or something like that. Basically, the Rose clan is my family. Is part of my family. And that I have several family members that are alive and doing well over there. That I should probably try one day to ever meet. So like really far back cousins and shit. Now before we get into this week in horror, is there anything else that you guys want to know about me? Let's get a picture of Bruce, which is going to be our next thing here. And my real name is Flower in Scotland. Really? Nice. What's my address? It's 666 Kill Your Friend's Way. That is my address. 666 Kill Your Friend's Way. More zombies showed up and they ate me. What shit is that? So more zombies showed up at the last second and ate a few of us. GG's, guys. GG's. Metro, when your stuff gets here, I will do an unboxing on stream, if that's okay. Have you ever been in a no-budget horror movie? No, that would have been fun. Actually, I've been thinking about making one, Scroto. I've been thinking about making one. A short horror film. Like a funny comedy type of horror film. We came up, Metro and a group of us in chat one day came up with a pretty cool little comedy skit that we could do. And I just need to create that and get a couple of people. Whether we can do it live or do it, film it and then put it onto YouTube, not too sure. All right, sounds good, Metro. I will love it, Apache. Nice. What was your first stream? Bomber Killer, my very, very first stream was over on Twitch, and it was Outlast. I started my streaming career on Twitch. I was only on Twitch for 2 months before I jumped over to Beam. My very first stream on Beam was February 14th, 2017. And I streamed Overwatch and Left 4 Dead 2 on that one day. Thank you, Reaper1923. Thank you. Ooh, Klaatu. Welcome to the Horde. Welcome to the Horde. I like your name. I like the Necronomicon. The whole Evil Dead, Army of Darkness theme to your name. I was in a movie called Leather Nuts. Where can I watch this, Scroto? Where can I watch this? Is it on YouTube? Because I now need to see Leather Nuts. Needs to see it. I'll watch it, and if it's able to be put on Mixer, we'll all watch it together. Oh, I was also recently asked, I almost forgot until I looked at my Discord, what is the one horror movie that has scared the hell out of me in my entire horror movie watching? It's on VHS in my friend's video box. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious, Scroto. I need to find this. We need to see Leather Nuts. We need to see Leather Nuts. The movie that scared the shit out of me and continues to scare the shit out of me is Jaws. It may not be like a movie as what? You're afraid of Jaws? I have a real fear of open water. I do not like open water. I do not like lakes, ponds, puddles. I don't like anything that has to do with water on the outside. I can go into a pool. I can go into a bathtub. But any sorts of open water, I cannot. Even on a boat, I get ill. I get dizzy. I get sick. I cannot go swimming in the water. I tried to beat my fears when I was about 32, 33 years old with Heavy. Heavy was trying to help me break one of my fears of the water, and I just about drowned Heavy and myself. So that is why Jaws scares the shit out of me, because it's a real life thing. You can be eaten by a friggin' shark. If we were meant to be in water, we would have fucking gills. That's how I feel. Thank you for those sparks, Children of Grimm. Thank you. Nuts made of leather sounds interesting. Kind of take on a leather face, hey? But leather nuts. You won't go in the ocean because of Jaws? There you go. Who knows, Reanimator, you might see me under the sea. I wouldn't mind seeing you under the sea, but I would have to be from, like, land. I'm sure the hose is fine. I don't like deep puddles. You ever walk down the street and you think that puddle is shallow, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm gonna splash in that puddle. You splash in that puddle and the fucking puddle takes you all the way down to your hips? Yeah, that's happened to me. Puddles are sneaky bitches. Slip and slides are okay. Slip and slides are fun. It's on land. Can't be eaten by a shark if you don't go in the ocean. When I was younger, I was walking, and it was after a rainfall. It was hurricane season. It was after a rainfall. I was walking down and did not realize that there was a hole. This hole looked like a simple friggin' puddle. Simple puddle. And, you got galoshes on or rain boots, whatever you want to call them. And you're running around and you're thinking this might be a fun puddle to splash in. You step in this friggin' puddle, both feet at the same time, because you're jumping into it, and you jump all the way, and you go all the way down to your fucking hips without expecting it. I tell you, I almost died. Yeah. Water park equal piranhas. Turn, yes. Piranhas with wings. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen the 1979 version Piranha? Scary shit. Then they made remakes of Piranha, and these ones now have fucking wings coming out of their necks? Nah, that's good. Bull sharks can swim in fresh and salt water. This is why we don't go into any open water. No open water. If you were in, like, inside something, would you go underwater? Amazing Halo, I don't know if my anxiety of that would allow me to do that. I don't know. That's an honest answer. I don't know if being put into something small and being encapsulated inside that and then being dropped into the water, I honestly couldn't tell you. I might hyperventilate. But I honestly couldn't give you an answer with that. I have no idea. But I am, like, deathly afraid of the water. To hell with piranhas. When I was younger, my cousin was about 8 years old, and he wasn't listening, and me and my other cousins I have a very close family, so we were all hanging out together at my aunt's house. We were watching my younger cousin TJ, and he wasn't listening, and my nana was there, but my nana is deaf and partially blind. Rest her soul now. She passed away years ago. But anyways, she was there, and we told TJ that if he doesn't close the toilet or anything like that, and doesn't be good, if he's not good, next time he goes on the toilet, the ass-eating piranhas will come up and bite his ass. We scared the shit out of him. We got into big trouble. Big trouble because TJ wouldn't sit on the toilet. My nana went after us with a fucking broom as well because she thought we were teasing TJ. So she came after us with the broom and her walker. It was friggin' funny. And then my aunt found out because TJ wouldn't go on the toilet because ass-eating piranhas would get him. So my aunt wasn't too impressed with us at that point either. We are apex predators on land. You slide way down on the food chain. I agree, Metro. You slide way down on that food chain when you go into the water. For sure. Steven Spielberg and Joe Dante make 1977 Piranha. Yes, Mute. There are several Piranha movies. I'm not afraid of sharks, but stingrays are scary bitches. Bomber killer, I agree with you. And depending on where you live, you have man-eating shit in the water. Disgusting. Jellyfish. Blah. Those bitches, some of them you can't even see on the beach. I saw open water and went to Ocean City, Maryland. The beach was closed because of sharks. Yeah. Hello, Star Knight. Feeding stingrays is awesome. Yeah, I'll pass. A shark is programmed to survive. Exactly. It's like a zombie. They don't really think. All they know is that they need to eat. They have some of the smallest brains out there. But yes, that is how I feel. If there's any other questions, please feel free to ask. We're going to get on to, nice, Aurora. I'm loving your hair. Aurora had her hair done. I just wanted to squeeze between Missy and Amazing. Oh, Devil, thank you for those ambers. I appreciate it. I do. Lots of sharks in Oregon. Don't like sharks. Now, since we're actually talking about sharks right now, I have some imagery that's bothersome to me. This guy here, we're going to go into, I love Addams Family movie. We're going to go into This Week in Horror. This Week in Horror is a new segment to the horror web show. I will be doing This Week in Horror at the end of every web show. Oh, we've got some music going. So actually I'm going to lower that just so it's minimal. Well, that explains a lot because half of the mermaid race is getting eaten by sharks now. It is. It really is, Sea Queen. They are. The mermaids are. But you know what? I've been hearing stories of some evil mermaids. The ones that call to you and then they drown you and eat you. Yeah, I can't blame a shark. If some naked dude is in a Speedo, exactly. You look like sea lions to them. Have you seen Hammerhead? No, rival, I have not. Yeah. Okay, so this week in horror. I bring you this week in horror. Our first thing that's happening this week in horror is Bruce. You guys know who Bruce is. What? We hit 36 million? A History of Mermaids is not nice. Yes, Gamer Sass, I know that History of Mermaids. Wow, guys, thank you for the 36 million. Holy shitballs, I can't believe we hit that high. Thank you. I think we may just hit that 40 million mark before Tuesday. Yeah, this is Bruce. The shark from the Jaws movie is Bruce. Now, Bruce is not the original shark that actually played in the movie. The thing that's being restored is the very original casting of Bruce. So this week, Greg Nicotero actually posted on Twitter and on his website and a few other areas that they are restoring Bruce. Not the first shark in the movie, but the casting of it. They're repainting it. They're restoring it to put it in the Academy Museum. The Academy Museum is a museum for all sorts of movie memorabilia, Hollywood stuff, and Bruce will be there in 2020. Then he gets shampoo in his eyes. Oh, welcome back, Haas. Welcome back. Do you know that Jaws was treated like shit among many viewers in the community that went and seen it? Because they didn't see the shark all the way and that the shark looked fake. Look, bitches, have you ever seen a shark that big? No. So shut the hell up. It's a fucking movie. Jeez. People get so literal about things sometimes. Roy Schreider played Chef Marty Brody. Yes, he did. And did you know that Stranger Things Chief is portrayed by Brody from Jaws? Even the truck and the whole outfit in Stranger Things is based on Jaws. The brothers who created Stranger Things are huge horror movie fans, and many horror movies are portrayed and influenced in Stranger Things. So Hopper, the sheriff in Stranger Things, his outfit and truck is from the first Jaws movie. It resembles it. The whole truck and the whole outfit, the colors, everything is from that movie. Have you seen the shark movie Deep? I have seen Deep. I have. But that's where they get that from. I work in Universal Studios and saw Bruce in the backlot at all the time. Yeah. He was huge. Bruce was huge. And they couldn't bring out his whole body because he was big, and they basically had half of it done. Again, Bruce can step on Legos. But yeah, that is pretty awesome. Stranger Things has a huge horror influence from Aliens, Ghostbusters, The Thing. We went actually last weekend, we went over Stranger Things, horror influences on Stranger Things. So if you guys are interested in that, that's also in my Discord. And also up on YouTube. Ham, darling, how are you? Can I get a shout out for Ham, please? Did we do a shout out for Haas? If you haven't seen Haas or Ham, you guys need to check them out. You need to check them out. Hasselhoff is friggin' amazing. She was one of the first people I met in Cranky Canucks stream. And Ham, I recently got the pleasure of meeting and enjoy Ham's setup, his lighting, everything. Really awesome. Haas is a Fallout ninja. Yes, every time I've stopped by her stream, I've seen her playing Fallout. Yes, it is mute. Yes, it is. That it is. Now, the Child's Play movie. Got some info for that on This Week in Horror. The Child's Play movie, they were really worried about this movie dropping on the same day as Toy Story was dropping. But I will tell you that Child's Play 2 held the second spot at 14 million made. They were worried about it because Toy Story was opening on the same day, which is a really big thing for adults and children. So they were kind of worried that it was going to tank. but it didn't. It held the number 2 spot with 14 million. Yeah, very cool. Get in on that heist, guys. Get in on that heist. As well as they have done the casting. They have done the casting for the lead lady in the remake, The Craft. We heard rumors, and then we read an article about the movie Craft. One of my favorite witch movies is being remade. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm going to keep an open mind, though, when I go and see it, because, yes, I'm going to see that in the theaters. They have casted... the lady, Robin Tooney, who played the leading lady in The Craft, or the young girl in The Craft in 1996, they have now casted Kaylee Spaney. The Craft is awesome, miss. Littlefoot, 42710, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Civic Expert 7, mwah, thank you for that host. You won? Nice. Mischief. GG's Mischief turned Scrotal, Wanna, Devil, Cobra, Pampered, and Bomber Killer. In with those brains. GG's, guys. And Pampered won the spin with 1,500 brains. GG's. GG's. Alright. So the next thing, this is going to blow your friggin' minds, guys. In this week of horror, Metro Birdman, thank you for that host. I will be streaming it, Ham. It drops August 30th. I'm also going to be streaming The Blackout Club, which is a new horror game that's dropping on Xbox as well on July 30th. Guys, gotta check that out. Yeah, sometimes sequels blow, Mute. Sometimes sequels blow. So now, our next story is going to blow your mind. Tell me if you ever seen these two. You would ever think you'd see these two in a Saw movie. There is a new Saw movie coming. And it is going to have Chris Rock with the amazing Samuel L. Jackson. Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson in Saw. Filming started this week. The screenplay was written by Peter Goldfinger and Josh Stolberg, who wrote Jigsaw. This is another Saw movie. Whether Tobin will be in this, because Tobin has his own series on the Saw, right? Whether Tobin will be in or involved with this, that is still up in the air. But as of this week, a new Saw movie is coming, and it stars, of all people, Samuel L. Jackson. He is a friggin' god among actors. He can do anything. Snakes on the Plane was fucking hilarious. Pulp Fiction by far is one of my favorite movies. But Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in Saw. Like, what? These two I would never think would ever be in a horror movie like this. Ever. He is one badass motherfucker. I agree. I love the movie Shaft. He did such a good job portraying Shaft. You ain't putting that trap on my head, motherfucker. No, exactly. I love that man. He doesn't age. He doesn't age either. He does not age. I have seen him play an old man in movies. I have seen him play a young man in movies. I have watched a lot of I was going to say Shaft. I watched a lot of Samuel L. Jackson movies. He is fucking amazing. I love that man. Django, he was in that as well. That's a long-ass Tarantino movie. That's 3 hours long, guys. But it's a great movie. Django is a great movie. You can see Jackson, but not sure about Chris. Both those asses are going to be in that movie. Both of them. Also, Crawl. Remember a couple weeks ago, couple Sundays ago, we did upcoming horror movies that are coming. We watched their trailer, and one had a ginormous alligator or a crocodile, whatever the fuck it is. Crawl is now out in theaters. So if any of you guys go see Crawl in the movie, let me know. I want to know your review. I want to know what you think about it. As well as Midsummer is also dropped. Midsummer dropped a little bit ago. But this week, in this week's horror edition, Crawl recently was dropped. So if you guys go and see that, I don't know who clipped the Shaft, but I love you. Good clips, guys. Good clips. Hopefully it works. The Hateful Eight. I've watched that. It's on Netflix as well. There's also This Week in Horror that was released, a Lovecraftian comedy adventure game, The Gibeus. It gets release date. Its release date is August 7th of 2019. So if you are a Lovecraft fan, like myself, the Lovecraftian comedy adventure game Gibeus is coming out on August 7th. That is prepared to be released. We just got the release date. I will see you later, Juana. Slash you later, honey. Have a good day. Also this week, we heard that John Carpenter is co-writing a one-shot Joker comic book for this Halloween for DC Comics. That is something that we have just released. Well, not me, but was just released this week. It was put out on Twitter by John Carpenter himself as he is co-writing a one-time deal Joker. I'm very interested. I'm not huge into the whole superhero thing, but I do like them. I am excited to read that. I will get it. John Carpenter, again, to me is another god. I love that man. And what he creates and what is in his head is so amazing. And what he puts on paper and then on the big screen, I'm definitely going to check out this comic book. That also is happening this Halloween. Also, have you guys heard a rumor about a new Candyman? I know Tony Todd has spoken some bits and pieces about it on Twitter because I follow that man. He's another legend of horror. Well, Nia DaCosta and Jordan Peele will begin filming this August in Chicago, Candyman. Ozzy Osbourne eat a bat. It wasn't a real bat though, mute. It wasn't a real bat that he ate. I love Candyman. Tony Todd did an amazing job. Tony Todd was brought into the Horror Hall of Fame not that long ago. They are writing and filming. They just released that filming is happening in August in Chicago. I'm on the fence again. I like Jordan Peele. I just don't like all of his political propaganda in his movies. Horror is not meant to be political. But lately, new horror movies that have been coming out by some really awesome horror fans, like Jordan Peele and Ari Aster, have a lot of political bullshit. And I'm very on the fence with that. And Candyman was such a great movie. I don't honestly thought it needed a remake. Not in my eyes, at least. But they're going to remake it. So they really haven't released much information, Scroto. There are rumors. There hasn't been any concrete confirmation it's a reboot or a remake. As of right now, it's just named Candyman. I'm hoping. I have been following it. So I follow it because of the horror web show as well as being a fan of the Candyman franchise. I am following it on Twitter and on Bloody Disgusting, and we'll let you guys know on a horror web show when and what this is going to be about. It has to have a new chapter, but I don't know if that's the route they're going. Jordan Peele is involved with it. Now, Jordan Peele, if you guys don't know who Jordan Peele is, he's done Us. He also did the movie Get Out. He's also worked on other horror movies, and himself is a really huge horror fan. You can get to know more about Jordan Peele and the history of horror on Shudder. They have Eli Roth, another horror lover, director, also has a history of horror on Shudder. And Jordan Peele, Stephen King, so many horror celebrities are in that, as well as Rob Zombie. He's also co-host of that show, but barely says much in the entire season of History of Horror. Thank you guys for those sparks. I do appreciate it. There's a reason why I didn't see Us. Again, I seen Get Out on Netflix, and I was giving Jordan Peele a chance, but again, there was more political propaganda, and I say propaganda because one's own belief is not what is happening out there. We all believe in whatever our government is doing. Blah, blah, blah. And I say propaganda because it's their version of their political thoughts and ideas. And I wanted to see Get Out. It's another black man lead. Black men and women do not have many leads in horror movies, let alone in fucking movies, and they should. And in horror movies, they're usually the first one to die, and there's usually just one or two of them in the whole movie. I love seeing cultural movies bring in other races. I love the fact that there's going to be... I hate Disney. I don't like Disney. I don't like their movies. I know, blasphemy, right? I heard that there's going to be a new Little Mermaid. People are up in arms because she's not white. Who fucking cares? Who cares? You know what? Slap a fucking tail on that bitch and put a man in its position. The Little Mermaid doesn't have to be female. But I would love to see more. And this is the reason why I watch a lot of Jordan Peele movies, because he has different ethnicities as lead roles. Have you seen Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone yet? Yes, diabolical. And that's the problem with Jordan Peele movies. He brings in his own political agenda, and I don't like that. I think Jordan Peele has a great imagination. I do. I think he has a great imagination, and he has so many stories to tell. I just dislike the political bullshit that's brought into these movies. The Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone, we all know that Rod Serling did the Twilight Zone, which is by far my favorite, but I have been watching the new Twilight since I recently got cable, and I will tell you, I love the ethnicity, different ethnics in the Twilight Zone. There's not just filled of white people. It's not just all black people or all Mexican or whatever. It is literally a melting pot of culture and color, which I think is amazing. I think we need more of that. We need humanity to be united and not separated by our religious beliefs and color. Enough of that, though. We'll get into some other things. Yeah, diabolical. It was very disappointing. Get Out was disappointing for me. I liked the storyline. I liked the visuals. I didn't like the undertones of it, and that's what reason why I haven't seen Us. I haven't seen Us for that reason, and that's why I said I'm on the fence again with Candyman being done by Jordan Peele. People would be up in arms if there was a male Little Mermaid. Seriously though, who gives a fuck? Is it really affecting your life that there's a Little Mermaid that's going to be black? We have a black Cinderella. We have a black Snow White. Why get mad? Why get upset? Who cares? Is it really going to affect your life to the point that you're not going to be able to live your life because there is a fictional princess who, back in the racist days, because Disney was very racist, who casted all white people in Disney movies? Go back to when I was a little girl. 101 Dalmatians, Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. Everybody was white. Why not add some color? What's the big deal? I don't know what the big deal is. Killer Clown from Outer Space was good. Killer Clown from Outer Space was very good. It's hilarious. Exactly. I know it doesn't matter to you, Moonsmurf. It doesn't matter to most people. But again, some of them are. Sorry Diablo for ruining your game on Friday the other day. Bumpiest? You're new to the game, Bumpiest. Why are you apologizing? You are new to the game. Your niece is biracial? Yeah, I have no problem with people of any color. I don't have a problem with any people. I hate everybody equally. I dislike most humans. I don't care what color or what sex or what you identify with. Most likely, I do not like you. Not because of your color, not because of your sex. I just don't like most humans. Where I live, there are still people that think the South is going to rise again. Those people probably have brothers and sisters who are actually their mothers. So, they don't know better. Some people should get over themselves. Who cares if they're black or white or yellow or polka dot or... Exactly. I agree with you. I agree. Your kids are biracial? Cool. They're probably very beautiful. Now, we are going to go on to our very last part of the show because we are running out of time, guys. The last one is pretty cool. We all know who the Simpsons are, and we all know that Simpsons always do Treehouse of Horror. And this Halloween, hi Shane, hi, how are you doing? This Halloween, Treehouse of Horrors 666 is coming, and it's going to be all about Stranger Things. We all know that Simpsons love doing spoofs on all things Halloween and movies and other shows. This Halloween will mark the 30th Halloween Treehouse of Horror special. I like Rob Zombie's Halloween. I love his take on Halloween. I love his remake. I love his take on what he sees Michael as. See, if once you get your brain out of it that it's a remake, the movie is fucking amazing. Because it's not a remake of Halloween 1 and 2. It is a new look and take on Michael as a young boy and what happens with a family that has a serial killer as a son, and what happens to that family dynamic when your son murders your own eldest spawn, right? I really love Rob Zombie's take on Halloween 1 and 2. It's not a remake. And people keep saying a remake. It's not a remake, guys. That is a totally new story to the Halloween franchise. And Rob Zombie's take, I think, is fucking phenomenal. Michael has mental health problems. Oh, obviously. Hello, Centella. How are you? I don't miss a Treehouse of Horror at all. I don't watch Simpsons. I used to back in the day, but I don't watch The Simpsons faithfully anymore. But their Treehouse of Horrors, you damn right I'm going to go see that. I watch them all the time. But the real question remains Carolina or Texas. Sweet tea. I still haven't had sweet tea. You just woke up? How's your morning going? Because don't you know that white is... Yeah, I know, right? He stabbed her 16 times. He did. And according to Donald Pleasant there, who played Dr. Loomis, rest in peace, saw no soul behind Michael's eyes, right? Just blackness, no soul. Scream Queens aren't bad. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Scream Queens isn't a bad show at all. It's good. My spawns are allowed to watch that. It is turn. Re-envisioning. There you go. A re-envisioning for sure. I have ex-friends who hated the Evil Dead reboot. Oh, the Evil Dead reboot was awesome. It was gory as fuck. The whole blood scene where she's covered in blood from head to toe. If you haven't seen the Evil Dead remake, the reboot, whatever you want to call it, you needs to go and see it. You do. It is gory as fuck. It is gorier than the first one. So you definitely need to go. You need to see it. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Who doesn't love Jamie Lee Curtis? So guys, that is the end of our horror web show, Zombie Edition. I hope you had enjoyed it. I hope you learned more about zombies. It was a good comedy horror show. It was, miss. It was. And I believe it's on Netflix. I'm still pissed they canceled Ash vs. Evil. Me too, Centella. After they canceled Ash vs. Evil, Bruce Campbell posted on his Twitter that he's retiring Ash Campbell. He's retiring Ash Williams. But we are getting an Evil Dead immersive video game for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation with Bruce Campbell as the voiceover. It was confirmed. It is no longer a rumor. It is confirmed. Oh, look, a picture of your ex. How are you, Neo? How are you doing? People were walking out of the theater during WD Remake. Really? You ready? I wish I can stay on longer, but the 2.5 hour mark, it's lunchtime for me. I'm starving. I'm a starving lady. Thank you for those sparks. You have a good day as well. Ash in the Dead by Daylight. Ash is good in Dead by Daylight. I really wish they would have brought a killer in with Ash, because all the killers have a survivor. The only two right now that are out that don't have a survivor or a killer is Ghostface with no survivor and Bruce Campbell with no killer. You don't want a hangry raw. No, you don't. I hope you guys have enjoyed this edition of Coffee Chat of Horrors. Next Sunday is our special guest, is a horror enthusiast like myself. No spoilers. Stay tuned on my Twitter and in Discord to take a look at who is going to be on our very first special guest on the Coffee Chat of Horror, as well as all of today's content that you have seen will be in my Discord. Right now, the cosplaying artwork is in the Reaper channel in my Discord. All of my research, information, and writings, because I didn't use any articles today. I actually researched and write all of this stuff up myself. Will be in Discord by the end of day today, as well as a copy of the VOD will be up on YouTube. If you want to check out my YouTube, you can. Let's see, my socials right there. Everything about Raw, social and all in that link. Check out my YouTube, check out my Twitter, check out my Instagram. And if you're not following me on any of that shit, why not? I got some really weird shit on there. You have a great day, and congratulations to you and Shortwave again. Mwah. I love your faces. Who can we raid today, guys? Oh, and before we do that, we're actually going to roll our credits, guys. We have our credits. Our credits are back. We are going to roll them. Why we are rolling them and I'm doing my thank yous, let me get to you. You guys can think of someone to raid. Get in your mod cred now before I hit my roll credits. Alright. Mods, can you talk amongst yourself and find someone to raid while we do our credits? Hopefully you work. Please work. Why aren't you working? On Firebot. I don't think it's gonna work. Roll credits. Oh, I spelled it wrong there. Okay, supposedly credits have started. We will see. There it goes. There it goes. All right, my mods, please look for someone to raid. I'd love to bring this horror bunch and love to somebody else. Thank you, Loki. Thank you. To my sponsors on Patreon, my new subs and resubs, which is all resubs, our newest friends to the stream, and all of this lovely support that you see right here. If I didn't get to say thank you to your host, mwah, thank you for the host. This is amazing support right there, guys. I really appreciate the love and the support that you guys do. Same thing to my mods. Thank you, mods, for joining me, keeping my chat clean, keeping it awesome. Thank you guys for doing such a great job. And to everybody in the Horde, thank you so very much for helping me hit 36 million right now. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I'm honored that you guys want to spend your sparks on me and the stream. Thank you for that. Love and support, Ham, for sure. Mystic Mike, we're going to raid Mystic Mike. But before we do so, guys, I am going to host Mystic Mike. After I end, you guys jump in there with Brains Raid as well. Also, before you go, guys, oops. Before you go, I love your faces. I really do. And I'll be on Monday morning, but I'm going to be late. I'm getting my hair did, and I will be home and starting my stream at 1 p.m. and we will be doing an evening stream at 6:30 p.m. on Monday. We will be doing Dead by Daylight as Pampered picked the game for that day. Love one another. Love yourself. Have a great weekend, guys, and I love your faces. Mwah. Have a great Sunday.